Hey everyone, Kim here with the Recreation and Park Division, here to show you guys how to make your Halloween cheesecloth ghost. So let's get crafting. These are the materials that you're gonna find in your bag. You're gonna get an instruction sheet, a 16-ounce recyclable cup, a foam ball, a Ziploc bag, parchment paper, a stir stick, 2 adhesive black felt, 2 flickering tea lights, and 6 pieces of cheesecloth. Now, some home materials you're going to need is some water and a pair of scissors. Please be sure to ask your parents for permission to use the scissors. So first thing you want to do is place your parchment paper on your table. It's going to be a protecting source for your table. With your cup, you're going to place it upside down and the foam ball right on top of it. Next, with your sandwich bag, you're gonna place it over your foam ball. So not only is it gonna help keep the foam ball in place on top of your cup, but it's also gonna protect your foam ball and your cup so you can reuse it to create your second ghost. Now, if anything does occur to your sandwich bag after your first ghost, saran wrap can also be used as covering your foam ball cup. So for our next step, we're going to be mixing some water with our glue. Now my glue's in a bowl, but the container that your glue came in will work just fine. So you're going to be putting a little bit of water in at a time so you can thin out your glue. Now you don't want it too thin, but you don't also want your glue to be too thick. So I had already mixed some water a little bit at a time, but I just wanted to show you how easily the glue moves around. You can also fill it if you like. It's just not too thin that you can see, but it's also not too thick. So when you're putting your cheesecloth in the glue water, you want all the cheesecloth to absorb as much of the glue as possible. So it's just to help you guys, give you an idea of what the glue could look like for you guys, okay? So now that our glue is ready, now we're going to put our cheesecloth into our glue. Now you're just gonna make sure you drench all your glue into the cheesecloth because you want to make sure the glue gets all around your cheesecloth, but you also want to make sure you squeeze out as much of the excess glue as you can off of this cheesecloth because you have a total of 3 pieces to do this to. So once you squeeze everything out of it as much as you can, you're going to open up your cheesecloth so we can start covering our ghostly figure over here. Now it's gonna get a little messy, but it's okay. So once you get it all open, you'll drench it over. Your body here. Now the bottom pieces, let me move this out of the way for you guys. You want to shape it to where once this dries, it helps keeps your ghost standing up. So you guys are going to have to move the cloth around to your guys' liking on how you want your ghost to look like, whether it has some type of feet at the bottom, but as long as you have certain areas all around where it's flat. So like I mentioned, when it completely dries, it's standing up and not falling over, okay? So you gotta make sure you pull open your cheesecloth. Now don't worry if you feel like some sides are not completely flat to the ground. You still have two other pieces that you're going to add on top of this first layer, okay? All right, so I added all three of my pieces, and I just wanted to show you how I kind of made it look. If you noticed that there's a lot of flat areas, just remember you got to try and keep a lot of areas flat, so when it dries, it's standing. Now you guys can do it to your own liking. Give it at least 24 hours or so to dry before you continue to the next steps. So it's been about 24 hours since I made my ghost. When you get ready to pull it off the parchment paper, you're gonna get some of the material slightly sticking to the parchment paper. So you're just gonna lightly pull the areas of the material that's stuck on your parchment paper. So when you're ready to place it upside down to pull out the stuff, it easily comes off. Now, some of my inside material is still a bit damp. So if that happens for you as well too, what you can do is once you take your cup out, the sandwich baggie and foam ball should easily come out of your ghost body. And you can prop your ghost upside down utilizing the cup, so the material that is still a bit damp will dry up. Maybe give it just a few more hours or so, just so that it can properly dry. But once it is dry completely, you'll be able to place it back down, and we can finish decorating our ghost with the eyes and the mouth. All right, so now that my ghost is completely dry, next we're going to get the black felt, and you're going to cut out your eyes and mouth. I had already pre-cut my stuff while my ghost was drying, so it's pretty easy for you guys just to pull the little sticker in the back, and you're going to place them on your ghost. And for your last step, all you need to do is grab your tea light and find a spot in your house where you like to show off your new Halloween cheesecloth ghost. Thanks guys for joining me on learning how to make your Halloween cheesecloth ghosts. I really hope you enjoy your decor this Halloween. Until next craft guys, have a happy Halloween!